Welcome to 5 Ways for Online Faculty to Find a Work-Life Balance and Avoid Burnout. My name is Marilyn Brissett, and thank you for the privilege of your time and allowing me to share information with you about the pitfalls that exist when teaching online classes and how to avoid them. There are many misconceptions about teaching online. One of them is that it is easy and does not take the time a face-to-face class does. Nothing could be further from the truth, and hopefully by the end of this presentation you will be able to make an informed decision about teaching online. The objective of this presentation is to help you avoid the frustration that the young woman in the top picture is experiencing and discover how to balance your work life with your personal life, as the young woman practicing yoga is doing in the bottom picture. Thank you for allowing me to walk you through this, to help you learn how to take off your shoes, relax, and walk in the sand. Another way to put it is, take time to smell the roses. Before we go any further, take this short but informative quiz. If you agree with the statements that I'm about to read, you will answer with a thumbs up. If you disagree, it's a thumbs down. Online teaching requires less time than a face-to-face course. Online teachers do not need regular office hours. If you chose thumbs down, neither of the above are correct. You are correct. Let's begin by looking at this chart. It was produced when online student enrollment had grown for the 14th year in a row. The growth rate has not slowed since this chart was produced. As enrollment has decreased in brick and mortar settings, online enrollment has continued to increase. If you teach at a college or university, you have probably already taught an online course. If you have already encountered some, if not all, of the issues that will be addressed in this presentation. Today, we are going to focus on 5 ways to avoid what so many instructors have learned the hard way. Let's imagine that you have been asked to teach an online course. You are currently a professor with a full teaching load. You may not want to accept the offer. Perhaps you should wait until a summer session when you are not teaching. Or, if you decide to accept the offer, do not agree to more than one course. If you spread yourself too thin, you are not going to be able to give your students the time and energy they deserve. Know when to say no. Another way that you can avoid burnout when teaching in an online environment is to change positions frequently when you are at the computer. This might include getting a table that would allow you to stand up while working. 10-minute breaks every hour can reduce the stress from sitting for long periods of time. It is also important that you include exercise in your daily schedule. Whether you walk, ride a bike, swim, daily exercise will help your overall sense of well-being. Before the course starts, decide what your office hours are. If you are teaching face-to-face, be realistic about what you can and cannot do. Whatever you decide on, stick to it, and do not include weekends or holidays. You need to have time for yourself, family, and friends. Today's students expect up-to-date methods of teaching to be employed in online courses. In order to do that, you need to stay current in your field by reading professional literature and joining and participating in professional organizations. Attending professional conferences for online educators can expose you to new teaching skills and strategies that you otherwise would not have known about. You will also make friends with professors who are doing the same thing you are, which means you will have the opportunity to share information about issues that online instructors have. That type of communication and collaboration will help alleviate any isolation you might feel in the online environment. Finally, do not teach the same course year in and year out. You and the course will get stale. Request to teach a new course, or better yet, design a new course. If you cannot teach a new course, revamp the one you are teaching using the information you have acquired by reading your professional literature, attending conferences, and talking with your colleagues. When you have revamped your old course or designed a new one, share it and celebrate your accomplishment with your colleagues. Even though this presentation focused on 5 ways to avoid burnout, 7 do's and don'ts have been included that you may find helpful. Last but not least, the resources that were used for this presentation have been listed, and my contact information, my email, and my phone numbers have been included. Thank you for taking the time to listen.